Hey, 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 everybody, hey, yeah, move your body, hey, yeah, move your hands now, move your body right, da, da, da. Me's back tonight. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, welcome back to another installment in 3D Thursday. You heard me? And today, we're going to be going back to the project that maybe some of you had missed because you weren't out here last time, but unfortunately, I streamed a little late. But I'm trying to find the right time for everybody where everybody can see this and enjoy this. Thank you to everybody who's in the chat right now. Wrath of Wood, D7, Sarah, Flesh to Dust, and anyone else who's coming in who I have not had a chance to see as of yet. I was just learning Blender 3 today before you streamed. Hey, okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right. So, what we did yesterday, last time, we were using Tinkercad, and I was gonna mess around with a little bit. I was gonna try to make a tiki head with it, and then Bird Bunch they came up with the ideas. Well, why don't you try making Among Us? And so I did. I made a little like a Among Us thing right here. This little guy right here, and then I made the STL and I broke it up into pieces so it can print. Now, I was going to show the video of printing this. Unfortunately, tragedy struck. And the reason why is because when I was trying to print it, I was trying to print the main body here. And the main point of weakness was the foot, this foot area here. And I didn't have the right kind of supports so that I could print successfully without a whole bunch of frustration. So I want to make sure you guys can see my screen. Okay, so you can. All right. So what I am going to do, we're going to do we're going to try to do two different things today. Today, we're going to break this up into, break it up into objects. And what we'll do is, not the whole doggone thing, sheesh, just this. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. And now, what you probably didn't get a chance to see was, I'm using Prusa Slicer right now. And Prusa Slicer was my go-to when I was really deep into 3D printing, and I use it to print a lot of my different STL files and my G code, which I use for my 3D printer and stuff. And I printed a lot of cool stuff, many of which my kids enjoyed, especially when I had my failures, whatever, and I let them have them. Oh man, like I told everybody last week, man, Daddy was the toy man. I literally was the toy man. I would just say, hey, you can have this. And they would just go crazy for it, especially my daughter. She'd be like, can I have it? 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 And she wouldn't even know what it was. She would just say, could she have it? Just because it looked cool. So what Prusa Slicer has, it has a function, this little paintbrush right here, where you can paint on supports and you can, I guess, choose like the height overhang. You can choose it as a brush. You can choose a smart fill, on overhangs only, etc. You can choose spheres, circles, triangles, however you want to do it. And what you can do is print away to make or paint like supports for your model. So I'm trying to see if maybe I should maybe do this. No, not like that. Say do like here and here, here and here. An object is custom smart. Okay, yeah. Enable and force, because I gotta have, and they want me to enable direct bridging parameters. So I gotta adjust the settings for supports, and supports are what's going to hold your model up. Oh wait, can I erase that? All right. This is what will hold your model up to make sure, like when you're printing it, it doesn't flop over or get messed up or anything like that. The supports are used to make sure that your model prints in the way it's supposed to, so it doesn't come out all weird and wonky and stuff like that. And when I had originally sliced this, I didn't take into account the feet, because the feet are so small the way it is printed. Like if you look at this, this is, think of this as actually the build, the print plate for what I have. It's called a Prusa Mini. Now the Prusa Mini in real life is about this big, right? And this model will look just like that. But if we were to go, how do we go down by that? We can do it when we slice it, and I'll show you what the problem was. So let's see if I slice it now. All right. Okay. Good. All right. So what we can do here, you see this little thing right here? I'm gonna zoom in and I'm gonna show you this little arrow thing right here. This is in terms of how high or how tall the 3D miniature would be. And what it does, it shows you layer by layer. Are we back in sus land? A little bit, because I want to correct my error. I wasn't able to print that out correctly last week because I didn't paint the supports right for it. So what I'm looking at, what we're doing now here is we're looking at how the 3D model is going to be printed, right? So it's showing you layer by layer by layer what's happening. So I guess you can kind of inspect it and see if maybe you put your support right. You know, stuff kind of like that, you know. Maybe this might not be of interest to some folk, but for those who may be a little bit more technically minded, this might be something that you kind of want to focus on a little bit, and maybe you might even correct me on. But so far as I can understand it, this is what it's showing us. So we have a nice little legend here showing you what kind of material and how it's actually being used. The red is going to be the internal fill, which is this right here. The orange is the external perimeter, which is this. The green, these are the supports right here. This is the skirt, is the dark green right here, which is basically to help the 3D printer. You have a 3D printer? Yes, I have two, actually. I have two of them. One I got a while back. Another one I got because I kind of regret getting it, but it at least does dual extrusion for the 3D printer because I got this from China. And sorry, sorry, Bird Bunch, but man, they butted me out good on that one. Like I should not have gotten this one from them, unfortunately. But yeah, they got me good on that one. But at least it still 3D prints, and it 3D prints in two colors. But you know, so I still have it. Yeah, it is pretty cool. So I want to see something here. And what we're doing now is we're going through and we're looking at it and we're seeing how the 3D printer would print this out in the process of it printing. The green stuff you're looking at right now, again, these are the supports. So I'm gonna show you to you, be a little closer, and let you see it. So you get a good look. Maybe I do it like a little bit like this. Okay, so these are the supports. This is the stuff that's going to go into the trash or into the I guess the recycle box. And I'm thinking of trying to do something with that because I've been watching a lot of shows where people take junk and like turn it into stuff and stuff like that. So I may just kind of follow that wave too because it seems kind of interesting. It seems pretty cool. Those of you who know will probably say, "Oh, yeah, it's another crazy idea that Indy has again," and you know you might be right. So that's okay. Let me see. Turn this. All right. So, huh. Yeah. See, and this is going to be the last layer, 20 millimeters. Is that going to be good enough? Because I noticed it started to drift. Okay. That may not be good enough then. That might not be good enough. Because what I want, I may have to do it just like this. No, not like that. Not like that. But kind of like say, doggone it, no. Go around like maybe like this. because what I noticed was when I tried to print this, the like it was like about I got to around about maybe about the second like 40 millimeter mark. Oh, okay, good. And then it started to come off the plate, and that's not good. It means it's not secure, and it's always going to give me a spaghetti monster, which is what usually but people in the 3D printing community call, or it's like when there's a botched print. So what I don't want is for that area to be in blue, but I do want this to be at least somewhat supported. Sorry if this seems a little boring. Let me turn on the music while I'm doing this too, so at least I'm not boring people to sleep. Ah, there we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is slice it again. And as you can see, when it gets through slicing everything, it'll tell me the time. It'll tell me the actual cost in filament. Now, what you might be noticing sometimes when people are selling their 3D printed stuff like that, you may see like what seems like a pretty good price. What I usually do is for myself, I usually take into account, like I have a personal calculation of what I charge when I want to sell like a 3D, like an STL file or something like that. I usually include my mistakes and a few other things in that, so that that brings the cost down. Because I don't think that it should be fair for the consumer to have to pay. Well, it depends on like certain things that I've charged. Let me see. Matter of fact, I'll show you, because I have some stuff that I'm selling on my on Etsy store. So let's see. What's Etsy? This is not. This is okay. Where's Etsy? Etsy. No. Doggone it. Where's my doggone Etsy store? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a second. Etsy. Oh, here we go. And so what I have is this. Now this is a puzzle that I made, and that's for like about $8. That's a ton of bookmarks. That's a ton of stuff that I do, man. I gotta be honest with you. It's a lot of stuff. So now I have this, and this is a puzzle. It's called, I call it the Spinfinity puzzle. This is my wife, and she has it in her hands right now, and she's just kind of like, I guess, modeling it, I guess. And it's a puzzle where you can, it's like my idea, like I guess like my rendition of what like an etch a sketch, or not etch a sketch, a Rubik's cube. So I thought about it when it just kind of came to me when I was just messing around and stuff like that. So, and what I did was, let me look. I can actually look at the. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, D. Let me look at something real quick. All right, so because I actually have a spreadsheet that actually has all of the calculations already put in already. So what I did was I put in like the cost of what the print would be, and then I think I multiplied it by a number that's subtracted from the amount of mistakes that I made, and something else. I forgot the whole entire calculation of how I figured out what to charge, but I figured that putting in whatever mistakes I made in order to get to the final product, I thought it was fair that I would include that in there and not have that be put on the customer. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I guess, penalizing myself for not maybe focusing enough and not paying attention. So I kind of want to pass the savings on to the customer whenever I do that. But enough about that. If you're interested in trying to get a puzzle like this, I can definitely have it printed for you. I can have it, if you're interested, I can have it for you. Well, I can print it out and have it done within about 2 days. Mailing it to you, depending on where you're at, is going to be a little different, and I have to kind of include the shipping price for that. But yeah, if you want something like that, I can definitely whip something up like that for you. Yeah, I can whip it up for you if you'd like. Let's get back to this. So it's still do. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back down a little bit again. So let's say 40 millimeters. That might work. And then it'll print everything else. So now this is going to take, now this is only in terms of the Y or the Z. It's only going to be this tall. So it'll be, I think it'll be the Y, XY. So it'll be 21 scale, 20x. I think it might be this tall, which is going to be time to print some Whammerman and run them out of business. There's a lot of people who do that. I'm afraid I'm not really great enough with like Blender to be able to do that. However, I do have a project in mind, and that will kind of like be in the same kind of sphere as them. Tabletop gaming. What I'm going to do is I want to make sure that number one, number two, that the models that I'm going to be putting out can actually be printed fairly easily on any kind of a printer, be it an FDM or a resin printer. One of the two. So I want to make it as easy on the customer as possible when I do that. And then I want to finalize the rules, the skills, the time format, everything for the game that I want to put out. That'll be somewhere down the line, probably when I'll probably announce something like that once, I guess, my channel has gotten a little bit bigger and people have actually heard about me and they're more interested in the kind of things that I do in regards with that. So, I mean, if you want to hear more about that, you can just click that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Follow your boy as he goes on his, crazy madcap ideas and schemes. And I believe I'm going to export this as G-code, and I believe I'm going to export this to this. And now what I'm going to do, hopefully, God willing, if we don't have like a really bad storm, I'm going to try to print this out again. Now it's going to take a while to print it, but I want to be able to show you the process of it being printed out and everything else like that, and show you the final result. And I want to show you like my kids' reaction when they finally, like when they see it and stuff like that, and when they see it, because they love Among Us, because they're young and everything, and they watch like the little Among Us videos and stuff like that. So that's the main reason why I want to do it. I kind of want to have something kind of cool for them to play with and mess around with and stuff like that. So now that we've done that, I had an idea of something I wanted to try. Okay, so we're going to go to ChatGPT and see if we can get AI to print something fairly interesting. So now I'm going to ask ChatGPT if it can. So let's say, can you make a G-code, I guess, script for a 3D model of a let's see, try something of a. You know what? I'll ask you guys, what kind of a 3D model would you like this for us to try and see if we can interpret this as something that actually can be used by a 3D printer? Because 3D printers usually use G-code when they print things out. And I believe they use one other thing too. So I'll leave it up to you guys. What would you like to see a 3D model of? I'll see what you guys think. And I'll be guided by you guys in that. Because I want to see if ChatGPT is able to do something like that. Because I try to make it something that is somewhat simple. Because we want to try this will be like the first time that we try it, and I want to see if we can actually get a good look at the G code and see if it'll come out with something. Or maybe we can try that. Maybe we can try that. The Last of Us 2, if it was that's I think we might be asking a little much. Flesh to Dust. I think we might be asking a little much of it. Woo! Flesh to Dust is cold, boy. Let's see. Let's see if we can. I'll wait. While I'm waiting for you guys, I'll see if it'll do it of a cube. Of a cube. All right. There was some kind of an error. Not really sure what it was, but we can refresh. G code. Add to dictionary. Bingo bongo. Let's see. Certainly, here is a basic G code script of a 3D model of a cube with dimensions of 20 mil. Whoa! It is for illustrative purposes only and may require modification to work properly with your specific 3D printer. And look at this. Note, the above assumes that you have already sliced the model of a cube into layers using for 3D printing software. The cube is simple like that. The script only provides specific numbers to be sent to the 3D printer to recreate the cube. So let's copy all of that. And we can write this. I believe we should be able to open this up in Notepad++, right? Let's open up something now. I want to see if we can actually open it. And we'll go to 3D Thursdays. And we'll go to Humongous G Code. Okay, yeah, you can do that. All right. So then here we go. What we're going to do here, and I'll show it to you. There's a lot of notes on there. I like Notepad++. By far the most. Continue repeating the process until the cube is complete. End of G cube. So then what I will do is I will save this and see. First, we gotta save it as G code. So we go over here. G code. Cube.gcode. So now, where I want to see where can you save it as that with Notepad? Let's see. You should be able to see it. If not, then I know what I have to do. I have to actually ask for one as an STL and then transfer it to a G code. Okay, so you can't save it as that. All right, so no problem then. Here's what I'll do. Can you write this write this in STL format? Certainly. Okay. With dimensions of 20 by 20. Pretty cool, isn't it? Note, the above STL format code can be used to directly create a 3D model of a cube in various 3D modeling software, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, or Blender. Let me just make sure I bring the music down. So, I mean, it is down. Huh. Okay. So then, if that is the case, let us make sure we got it all copied. Copy. Notepad. New. Notepad++. And see if we can save this. Let's see. STL. So it seems you would think that STL will be able to do this. There's a sequel, Smalltalk, Rust, Ruby. Let's see. SRC. Oh. Oh, you're gonna hit copy code here. All right. Well, let's look it up. I guess formatting STL files. So we got free STL editors. Let's see. How to repair an STL? Tinkercad. Can we do it in Tinkercad? Let me see. Yeah, Tinkercad has it's very convenient because it'll show you, it'll have like little things that you can use for tutorials on using how to use it and stuff like that. It came in really handy for me to learn and how to figure out Tinkercad for myself. So it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, somebody copied my. This is like I said before. This is the first thing I ever printed. With this, I was just messing around with Tinkercad and stuff, and I was just playing around with it, and I made this as a kind of a pedestal that you can like put stuff on. I never really found anything to put on it. It was just, you know, just something I just messed around with and figured it out. And Tinkercad, you can get like a lot of other stuff that other people have made. There's other projects that people have made on it. They made different puzzles and stuff like that. You can get it for free. Some of it is made for free, some of it is not. But it's definitely a lot of fun. Oh, somebody made a soccer bomb puzzle, a sliding block puzzle with this. I should put up my stuff, honestly. All right. So now Import. Huh. Let's see. We'll close that up and close this up. Love 3D printing. Actually, I do. Actually, this is the main reason why I got in. I wanted to come back to doing this for 3D Thursday so I can get back to doing 3D printing stuff. No, how to download. Okay, how to make your first from printed. How to create models with the 3D printing files. Designing. Okay. Because we have it. Okay, maybe I'll ask this. How do I use this code in a 3D printer? Important, load the output into your 3D software. Connect. Okay. To use a G-code script, you will need to use the following steps. Wait a minute, I know that. Import a load. Okay. No. Design using the tool, save and import. Huh. Maybe. I think what I'll have to do is this then. I'll open an STL file, right? We'll just go with all types. I'll copy this. Let me see if I can open it. No. Not save, I want to open it. So let's see, right? All right, so we'll open this. G-code. That was the G-code I got. So let's go back here. This is the STL. So we'll go to the G-code, copy that, come back over here to Notepad, paste it in, and then go to save as cube. Cube.g code. So now I have Cura here. Cura is another kind of a slicer program, but this is also something that you can actually use to program, and you can tamper or tinker with the G code to use it in a different way, to have a little bit more granular control over how your 3D printer will print it out. Now, this is also can be used for its printers as well, because there's also a competitor of Prusa, and this is the name of the company that I got the. This is the company that I got the dual extruder 3D printer that I got, and it was what it was, but it was all right, I guess. Okay, so open file, and what we'll do is we'll go to 3D Thursdays, see what happens when we open this. I guess it didn't, well, it reads it as a cube, but it's not showing anything. Huh. before we do anything else, yep. Okay, so then no time estimation. Save the file. I just want to move this. It's not gonna let me do it. Doggone it. Ah, there we go. So as you can see, there's that. Okay. Edit. Clear build plate. Let's see. Reload all models, settings, printer, extruder. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to tinker around with that for a while and see if how I can actually do this. I believe somebody did do something like that. I don't remember how, but you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll figure out my own way how to do it, and I'll probably may put it up on the channel as well. Just you know me, kind of just do things myself and anything like that. But I'm going to show you what we did last time. And this are the Amogus boys. Hold on. So this is everything that's going to be in that. Now, once I get through editing up the files and making sure that they work, what I'm going to do is I'll just put them up for free. I mean, I can't really sell anything for Among Us anyway. So I'll put up the files that I actually made, and I'll just publish them out, and people can use them for free if they're interested. So I'll either put them either on my website or probably my website is probably the best place. So if you would like to get a hold of these kind of files, whenever you decide to get a 3D printer, and getting a 3D printer, I was going to say that the prices, getting 3D printers now, the more user-friendly, at least the FDM ones. Now the resin ones, they're a little bit more, they're a little bit more work because you have to use a chemical to get the prints out. So it can be very messy, and then the cleanup is kind of messy, and there's like a few extra other steps that you have to go through when you have a resin printer. But a resin printer does give you, I would say, smoother results than what you would probably get from an FDM. Although there are from what I've seen, there are now different ways and techniques that you can kind of get your prints to be a little bit more smoother, a little bit nicer looking, nicer touching when you get through printing them out. So there's changes with that, but I would say an FDM is probably the best thing for people to use just starting out. The reason why is because all you basically are doing is just putting the filament in and letting the print do itself, and then you're just breaking it off the plate, and then you're breaking it off the supports, and then you're going from there. And maybe you may have to do a little bit of sanding here and there, and then you just put it together. So that's pretty much it. I guess I'm pretty much done for today. I'm just figuring this out on what kind of other stuff I can show you guys with this. Probably what I will do is maybe a combination of this and also some Blender stuff as well. And if you'd like, you can sit there with me while I'm going through the lessons and stuff. I'm trying to learn Blender myself, and I kind of reviewing some stuff throughout the day when I'm doing it. So if you'd like to see that, please let me know. I'll be more than. I do buy stuff. What? I do buy stuff from Etsy. So I may one day print stuff myself. It took me a while to break that down for a second. Stuff from Etsy. What? Stuff from Etsy. Hey, if you would like to, hit your boy up on Etsy. I'm gonna leave my my link. Let me see. Oh, I want to go to my. I don't want to edit it. Go to my public profile. Doggone it. Let me see. Nope. That's the main stuff. Etsy. Get it shop. You can probably find me here. So if anybody would like to stop by and like see some stuff that I have, if you'd like to get some stuff, whatever you would get definitely would help to support the channel, of course. So if you're interested, feel free to stop by. I do want to thank everybody who did come by today, who was interested. And if you have any questions about how to use any of the kind of stuff or any kind of places where you can go to learn about it, I can definitely point you in the direction of anything that you would need. I personally have used the Prusa Mini, and I may just get the Prusa's latest product they have out here. Is a really big printer, but the prints on that thing are just beautiful, man. It's a beautiful piece of machinery. But matter of fact, let me just show you. In fact, Prusa, they had like this really, really big 3D printer that they had. I want to see. .3D printers. Okay. See, the one I have right here, this is the Mini. That's the first one. This is the first one I got. Then. So I believe they have this other one that they had coming out. Is this it? No, this is the curing station. Printer upgrades, 3D printers. They have a bigger one that they're coming out with, I believe. Although this one is pretty nice too. I think this might be it. TriLab 3D printers, starting from 3,000. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, Delta printer for excellent quality prints without material or space compromises. The Aztec dynamic printer is guaranteed to facilitate high volume printing from the most commonly used printing materials such as PLA, PTG, CPE, as well as from currently emerging composites such as PA, CF, and P. Oh, wow. Ooh, look at this thing. Man, that looks nice. It can be, if you really want to get a really, if you can get a cheap 3D printer. Matter of fact, let me show you. Yeah, it can be most likely because these are coming from this isn't in the United States. It's coming from, I think, the Czech Republic or Russia or something like that, so they may cost like that, but you can get a 3D printer. Let me show you 3D printer. We can go to shopping and you can get a 3D printer like this, a Creality Ender 3 3D printer for like $200. They dropped the price down and it'll still print stuff. A lot of people, the first time when I was thinking of that, Lord have mercy. The first time I was talking about getting a 3D printer, some friends of mine had suggested that I get an Ender. And what I went with the Prusa because I heard that it was pretty user-friendly and stuff like that. And initially, I didn't believe it at first, but it was just due to my own ineptitude in putting it together. But once I got everything fixed and working, yeah, I haven't had a problem out of my Prusa ever since. So you can get this, and let me see. You got all these kind of certificates and stuff like this. Big hand twist nut. The print platform easier to level. So I've heard this is pretty good for that. And like, if you want to get filament, 3D printing filament, you can get like 1, 2, 3. This one right here, I think I actually got this one for like 29, like $30. You get 4 things of filament. You know how much stuff you can print with this kind of filament? You can print, again, you can print puzzles, you can print toys, and depending on how you have the fill, because it's the fill that's going to determine how, like, I guess, dense and how sturdy your print will come out. Most people usually go for a print. They usually try to go because they want to try to save on like the cost and stuff like that, and also electricity, and they also want it faster. So in many cases, they will usually go for like a print, say maybe 15-20%. I usually like to make sure that my stuff is relatively stable, so I usually try to go for 70 because I want my prints to be a little bit more stable for people. I don't want to give, if I want to print out something for someone, I don't want to print it to be really flimsy. I don't think people would appreciate that. But this right here, you get 4 things of filament. That's total 1 kilogram each. So there's about 4 spools, 1 kilogram each. Now, not 1 kilogram each, but like equal up to 1 kilogram. Yeah, you can do that. Now this is from, what company is this from? Because I think I've used this one before. This is from, yeah, Mica 3D. Mica 3D, I haven't had any problem with any of their filaments. I think I have like a lot of the filaments that I still have are from them, as a matter of fact. And I believe what happened here is I did purchase this at one point. It says that here. And unfortunately, I think they ran out and I wasn't able to get any more. So I kind of had to go with other companies and stuff like that. But you can see here, you get a lot of stuff printed with us. You can print like little decorations and all kinds of stuff. And you can use it with just about any 3D printer. You can even use it with a 3D pen, I believe. I might show you guys how to do stuff with 3D pens too, because I have one. And they have so many different kinds of filament out nowadays. They have wood filament. They have carbon fiber filament that you can actually print like carbon fiber stuff with and stuff like that. Like 3D printing is really, 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 really cool. And what I like about it so much is, and maybe I'm kind of nerding out on this, what I like about it so much is that after you get through 3D printing, you have something in your hand that you can hold and you can kind of like manipulate and stuff. Like those puzzles I made, I have those on my desk right now. My kids like them, as a matter of fact. And there's a few other things that I 3D printed. And when I first started 3D printing, I used to go crazy with it. Like you would hear my 3D printer going like almost from morning to night. And I'm struggling with it, and I'm, fixing stuff here, adjusting stuff there, and doing all kinds of stuff with it. So yeah, but a 3D printer, you can get one for your house if you really wanted one. I mean, if you really wanted a 3D printer, like say, if you got this, right? This is only, you get 4 spools of this, and this is like what, 29, maybe $30. So you get this. That's cool. I thought it was only plastic. It can be. Shoot, print me a phone case. You know what? I probably could. I would probably have to do it with PTG, I think, just so it can conform easily over your phone. But I think I probably could do that. I've seen someone else do it, and I think I can probably do it myself too. So it's saying I was saying, I got knocked off track. So like for $30 for this, if you got this, right, $30 for this. So let's just do the math. We'll do a calculator. If we pay $30, not 300, $30 for the filament, right? And then we go back and we get this printer right here. Even if we paid the $269, it's not the $269 right now, but if say we paid $269, right? So plus $269. It was $269.99. $269 on the head. So and we add up together, it's about $300. That's not that bad. It's not. In terms of other kind of hobbies, in order to get started, I don't think that price is too bad to get your toes wet in finding out how to do it. I don't think that's too expensive. I don't think. There are way more expensive hobbies than this. Like I think Warhammer. I think when people get in that, people pay a lot. Okay, so to like kind of like really get into it, because you gotta buy the right minis, you gotta collect them to make the right army and stuff like that. So it takes a little bit of money to get like into that. But I think with this, with 3D printing and like the software is free. Like the software that I got from Prusa, I didn't have to pay for. And Tinkercad is free. Tinkercad is free. Blender is free. You can use that to make your STLs and stuff like that. I gotta figure out how to just like use Blender, but like it shouldn't be that much different from Tinkercad. So I just have to figure around and just mess around with that. And I'll show footage of me doing that as well. Just tinkering around with that. So I think a 3D printer, getting into 3D printing and stuff like that, is also a fun activity for the kids. Your kids will enjoy it, I think. It'll be nice little bonding stuff. They'll like the toys that you print from that. Like my kids used to get excited every time when they heard my 3D printer coming out, because they wanted to know what Dad was going to give us next. You know. So it was. I personally had a lot of fun with it. And I'm definitely hoping that in the process of me getting back into it, that I can hopefully show other people how fun it was. I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards more expensive than that. See what I'm saying? So it's my hope that you guys will be happy to come along with me while I rediscover the fun of 3D printing, getting back into it again, printing more stuff out for you. Again, if people are interested, I will have the files for the STL files for the Among Us guy. I just want to make sure I print it out, make sure it's right before I put it out, because if I'm going to put my name on it, I want to make sure, or if it's going to be a product coming out for me, I want to make sure that it actually is right. It's just the way I do things. So I hope you'll be patient for that. I should have everything up and ready if you guys are interested to have that within a week. Other than that, I think I'm going to end it off right here. It's been about an hour. Hope you guys enjoyed at least this hour conversation with me and a little bit of demonstration on what I want to do here. Again, I'm going to see if I can still try to figure out how to get that code that ChatGPT gave me, so we can actually use it in a 3D printer to actually print out stuff. So we'll do that as well. So look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Hope you have a great day, have a great night, great week. God willing, I may be able to see you tomorrow. Hopefully I can do some game dev stuff and stop farting around with that, and finally get some movement back on getting my game together. So hope you guys have a great day. Please remember to hit that thumb, subscribe, ring the bell, ring it again. Make sure you get all the notifications so the algorithm can bless your boy and my channel can continue to grow. And on that note, I hope to see you guys again on the other side. Hope you have a great one.